Hey everybody, welcome to another Pester Brat Take 5 video. These will be short video productions that will take 5 minutes or less out of your day, and they probably won't even be every day. But this is something I wanted to return back. I've had the privilege since about 2006 to be on one of those public access cable stations when ministering in Mountain Home, Idaho. I had the privilege of being on the radio in Boise, Idaho, and I was on 3 different television stations, not at the same time, while I was in Birmingham, Alabama. And the biggest problem is just funds. You know, it would be great if the Lord would bless me with a very wealthy person that would want to sponsor me getting back on the radio, because I just have this desire to tell people what's going on, because I think so many people got their heads in their sand. You know, it is great being a parent. For those of us that are parents, it's great. All our children are grown. We have 3 grown daughters. I'm so thankful for them. And it's great being a grandparent too. And we have 4 grandchildren, ages soon to be 9. Be 9 in a month, 9, 6 in a few months, 4 in a few months, and then we have a 3-month-old granddaughter as well. I don't know how non-Christians do it, because it would be so easy for me to, what do we call it, get in the flesh and get angry about what's going on, because you know, I battle pessimism. A lot of times I joke and I like to say I want to be a realist, that I'm a realist and not a pessimist. But I'm very, very concerned about what's going on, folks. An $18.3 trillion debt with no end in sight of it slowing down. Some economic experts say that nothing can be done about it. So should we have a fatalistic attitude and not do anything and just say, well, you know what, I'm just going to trust in the Lord, and what happens, happens. Now, we are to trust in the Lord. Don't get me wrong. I believe in what's called the sovereignty of God. I believe that God is all-powerful and sovereign. He has ordained everything to come to pass. But I believe God's Word also teaches that He's ordained the means as well as the end. I believe that God's Word also teaches human responsibility right alongside of God's sovereignty. And so I believe that we should be doing everything we can by the grace of God. And so let me ask you something. Let me just ask you some what-ifs. What if the economy collapsed before the end of September of this year? What if, as a result of that collapse, our money was worth nothing? What if, as a result of that collapse, food producers could not get food to the store, if they could even produce it? So what if you could no longer go to the grocery store to feed your family? What if you do not live on a lot of land, even if you own your own property, so you can live off of it, so you can fish, hunt, or garden? What if? There's a lot of what ifs, isn't it? I mean, I could go on and on about the what ifs. What if the economy collapsed before the Lord's return? Regardless of your eschatological view. I didn't even say that right. Your end times view. That's what I get for trying to say a fancy word. What if all this is accompanied or is the result of an electromagnetic pulse that is a real threat, thanks to terrorists crossing our southern borders, no thanks to the Obama administration? Folks, we have a lot of reason to be concerned about. We don't know how things are going to unfold, but there are a lot of reasons. And before I close, I'm leaning towards Ted Cruz. I think he's the real McCoy. I hope that you will keep an eye on him, because I believe he means what he says, and if he's elected, that he will do it. And I believe he can bring all kinds of people together, third-party voters, constitutionists, you name it. He can bring them together, conservatives and Christians. Check him out. Keeping it under 5 minutes. God bless y'all.